How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What's going on, guys? Welcome into 14P Fantasy. I am your host, Justin Wright. Today, we are talking veteran wide receivers to buy in Dynasty. Now, these are, three guys that have fallen for injury concerns. One of them's always undervalued. Another's got mental health stuff going on. You can probably guess which wideout that is. But all of these guys for us are still buys based on their current value. So before we get into it, though, we do have the Patreon page, guys. We have two big items over on the Patreon page. For $5 a month, obviously, you're going to get rankings and start sit advice and trade threads, all that usual stuff. But on top of that, you get access to what we call our RB volatility ratings. That is when you're looking at a running back over the last 2 seasons. How likely are they to give you that true ceiling game, that give you that good volatility, as well as how likely are they to give you that crippling floor, your bad volatility. So we're looking at 32 running backs over the last 2 seasons, giving them A, B, C, D ratings based on how likely they are to produce high floor, high ceiling games. So again, that's $5. And then that $9 tier, like always, we are breaking down your dynasty teams for you. It is only going to cost you $9 a month, 2 cups of coffee, and we'll give you all the trade advice you need specifically dedicated to your team. We'll send you a 15 to 20 minute video breaking all of that stuff down. So if you're interested, guys, and you want to support the show, check out patreon.com/14P Fantasy. All right. Again, also subscribe to YouTube and whatever else is here. Let's get into it, though. I don't want to keep you waiting. Number 1, it is Calvin Ridley. And obviously, there are outside circumstances that are hindering his value. You have to acknowledge it, right? However, based on the rumors coming out of, he doesn't want to play in Atlanta. He wants to be traded. He wants to play somewhere else. That leads you to believe he's most likely going to play again, because those rumors, if he was truly done, those rumors wouldn't be circulating. That's how I'm treating the situation. So when you look at it, Calvin Ridley now going off the board as wide receiver 24, 45th overall in 1 QB leagues. He's a value. Again, if you are operating under the assumption he's coming back, he should not be wide receiver 24. Straight up. There's no way around it. He's only 27. Again, 27, 28 years old. So he most likely has 2 to 3 solid seasons left. He's a guy that carries top 5 upside. I mean, we saw it last season without 2 seasons ago, without Julio Jones for the majority of the season. No Kyle Pitts. He was still able to really dominate and be a damn good wideout without needing all of the coverage drawn off of him. So I believe he can operate as a true one. And if he gets moved to a team that is pass happy, a team that has a bad defense similar to the Falcons, the volume's going to be there for Calvin Ridley, because you don't make a move for Calvin Ridley unless you're going to feature him. That's the expectation, that he's stepping into a bona fide wide receiver 1 role on an offense. If you can go and give up, if you're just talking draft picks, go and give up a late first, early second, and actually get Calvin Ridley, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to do it 10 times out of 10. I'm willing to go as high as the 107. Drake London, that cutoff in 1 QB leagues is 106 for me. So anything after that, give me Calvin Ridley over pretty much everybody else in this class. I don't think it's close. Again, if you're looking to give up other players, Elijah Moore is one I think is an interesting 1-for-1 trade. I'm a huge Elijah Moore fan. That would just depend on team makeup. But value-wise, that feels correct. May even be a bit of an overpay. So keep those kind of deals in mind when you're looking to go and buy Calvin Ridley. Moving on to number 2, it is Michael Thomas, another, superstar of yesteryear, really 2 years removed now from him being the overall dynasty wide receiver 1. And now, he's wide receiver 38 in startups. And I get it. He really hasn't played in 2 years. And when he has, it's been interesting. I don't think he's a bad wideout anymore. I don't think that happened overnight. I don't think all of a sudden he forgot how to play wide receiver. He's slant pitch. He's kind of a diva. Whatever. He's really freaking talented and should be going well ahead of wide receiver 38. Realistically, he's most likely off the Saints, and that is a good thing for him. Again, there's complete quarterback uncertainty. Worst case, he sticks with the Saints, and it may be Jameis, which, again, not the end of the world. But when you're trying to buy low on players, you look at guys that have elite profiles, that have elite seasons underneath their belt, and just haven't returned that value recently. At only 28, you can probably get potentially, 2 to 3 more good seasons, similar to Calvin Ridley, 2 to 3 more good seasons of Michael Thomas. That is worth taking a risk. And when you're looking at the price, these are some deals that have taken place already. Michael Thomas and Damian Harris for Elijah Moore. Again, I'm an enormous Elijah Moore fan. I will take that package. I will bet on the upside of Michael Thomas and, producing an elite season before Elijah Moore does, at least in 2022. Again, you're only buying these guys if you're playing to win now. That should be a given. Let me be clear. If you're rebuilding, don't go trade for Michael Thomas. I think that's obvious. But, you can just look at some of the trades going on. Michael Thomas and Juju Smith-Schuster for Tyler Lockett. He has just plummeted in value. He's going behind Brandon Cooks. He's way behind Calvin Ridley. He's just ahead of Allen Robinson. 4 guys that are all just very talented that have tumbled in value. It is worth kicking the tires. Go throw out a late first for Michael Thomas, an early second, 2 seconds. Who cares? Go buy the upside. You're trying to win. Those kind of risky upside moves are what get you there. Last guy on our list, and I just mentioned him, it is Brandon Cooks. And Brandon Cooks is never valued properly. He's just not. And I've been on the Brandon Cooks train basically forever. This was the first season I was like, well, Jared Goff is better than Tyrod Taylor. Obviously, Drew Brees was. Deshaun Watson was, Tom Brady was, everybody was. And he still did it with Davis Mills and Tyrod Taylor. Brandon Cooks is just good. If you are a contending team, I don't think there's a cheaper, surefire top 24 wide receiver than Brandon Cooks. Straight up. There's no other way to kind of go about it. All he does is produce 1,000-yard seasons. 60 to 80 catches, 1,000 yards, throw in 5 to 10 touchdowns. 10 might be high for him, but throwing a couple touchdowns, and he just produces. Again, going at wide receiver 33, he's going 71st overall. He's been traded. I'm looking at trades. He's been traded straight up for Dalton Schultz. I'm a huge fan of Dalton Schultz, but give me Brandon Cooks over Dalton Schultz. That's a no-brainer. Brandon Cooks and a third for Van Jefferson. Easy. Again, these are easy trades. If this is what people are doing, go and flip Rondale Moore, Terrace Marshall, please, Jesus. Kadarius Toney, people may not like that. I'll take Brandon Cooks over all of them, 1 for 1. Again, only if I am contending because he's older. He's 28 years old, 2 to 3 seasons, just like the other guys. But still, you go and buy talent. If you're looking to get over the hump, he is a perfect guy to plug into your flex on a loaded Dynasty team and just kind of leave it. You're good for the rest of the season. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. Again, check out the Patreon page. If you like the breakdown, if you like the analysis, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're dropping, a bunch of videos every single week. Maybe we got a new team member coming up on here in the next week or so as well. So the team is growing. We're getting ready to get ready really into this offseason and then into, preseason prep. It's right around the corner already, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.